Hello everyone. This is class 26 on income tax for BCom 5th semester students. In today's class, we are going to solve one case study. There are two situations that are given in this case study. Let us read it. Chappell, an Australian cricketer, has been coming to India for 92 days every year since 2007 and 8. So with this information, you are given two questions. Question number 1. What is his residential status for the assessment year 2020-21? Question 2. Will your answer be different if he has been coming to India for 120 days instead of 92 days every year? Let us understand question first. Mr. Chappell, he is an Australian cricketer and has been coming to India for 92 days every year since 2007 and 8. That means since last 13-14 years, he is been coming to India for 92 days every year. First question is, what is his residential status if he comes to India for 92 days every year? Question 2. Instead of 92 days, if he's been coming to India for 122 days, what will be his residential status? So we have to find residential status for two different cases or situations. One is considering 92 days every year and second case is considering 120 days every year he stays in India. So let us find his residential status for case 1. That is, case 1 is if he visits India for 92 days every year. We find residential status of any individual based on basic and additional conditions. And we know there are two basic conditions and two additional conditions. First basic condition is he has been in India for 182 days or more in the previous year. So, just check whether Mr. Chappell has been in India for 182 days in the previous year. Our answer is no. Why? Because clearly we are given here, if he visits India for 92 days every year. He visits India 92 days every year. That means in the previous year also he was there in India for 92 days only, which is less than 182 days. Therefore, he fails to fulfill basic condition number 1, that is number of days stay in India for 182 days or more in the previous year. So our answer here would be no. He does not fulfill the basic condition number 1. Write explanation here as he visits India only for 92 days every year. Now let us check the basic condition number 2. The basic condition number 2 is whether he has been in India for 60 days in the previous year. This is first half of the condition, that is 60 days in the previous year. What is our answer? 60 days in the previous year? Yes, he stays in India for 60 days in the previous year as he visits India for 92 days. And the second half condition is 365 days in preceding 4 preceding previous years. So how many days he stays in India every year? He stays in India for 92 days. 92 into 4. The answer that we get is 368 days. So we have to write second basic condition he fulfills as he stays in India for 60 days in the previous year, in fact more than 60 days in the previous year, plus more than 365 days in 4 preceding previous year. In next line, I will just write the explanation of the same. That is, he stays in India for 92 days, that is more than 60 days in the previous year, plus he stays in India for 368 days, that is more than 365 days, plus he stays in India for 368 days out of 4 preceding previous years. I hope you are understanding this. Second basic condition has two parts. One is 60 days in the previous year he has fulfilled, as every year he stays in India for 92 days, plus 365 days in 4 preceding previous years. He stays in India for 3 days extra than how much it is required. So when you multiply 4 by 92, you get 368 days. So he stays in India for 368 days out of 4 preceding previous year. So first basic condition is not fulfilled, wherein second basic condition is fulfilled by Mr. Chappell, an Australian cricketer. Now let us check the additional conditions. First additional condition is resident for 2 previous year out of 10 preceding previous years. Whether Mr. Chappell stays in India or he has been resident in India for 2 previous year, yes, here you can see if any one basic condition is fulfilled, that means a person is resident. And since 2007-8, he has been coming in India for 92 days continuously. That means all the 10 preceding previous year, Mr. Chappell was resident in India. Therefore, here our answer would be first additional condition is yes. He fulfills first additional condition. We'll write explanation in the paragraph. Just write here, he has been resident in India for all 10 preceding previous years. We have written this into bracket, that is yes, he has been resident in India for all 10 years, which is more than 2 preceding previous years. The second additional condition is whether he has stayed in India for 730 days or more out of 7 preceding previous years. Every year, Mr. Chappell has visited India for 92 days. We want to know in 7 preceding previous years for how many days he was there in India. So 92 into 7 years, we get 644 days. So he fails to fulfill the second additional condition. That is why we are writing no. Next paragraph, in the bracket, you write he stays in India. He stays in India only for how many days does he stay in India out of 30 days? He stays in India only for 644 days out of 7 preceding previous years. That is why he fails to fulfill the second additional condition. I'll explain this sum once again. First case is if he visits India for 92 days every year. Check basic as well as additional condition. Basic condition number 1, he has been in India for 182 days or more in previous year. Our answer is no, because he comes India only for 92 days every year. Second basic condition is if he has been in India for 60 days in previous year plus 365 days in 4 preceding previous year, our answer is yes, that he fulfills second basic condition because he stays in India for 92 days, which is more than 60 days, plus he stays in India for in total 368 days out of 4 preceding previous years. Therefore, here we can see Mr. Chappell, an Australian cricketer, fulfills one basic condition. And in case of additional condition, he has been resident for more than 2 previous years out of 10 preceding previous years. And second additional condition, he does not stay for more than or equal to 730 days because he stays only for 644 days out of 7 preceding previous years. So, Mr. Chappell, an Australian cricketer, fulfills one basic condition and fulfills one additional condition. What is the residential status of an individual if he fulfills one basic condition and one additional condition? He is known as not ordinarily resident in India. Our answer is not ordinarily resident in India, as Mr. Chappell fulfills one basic condition and one additional condition. I hope you have understood this case study. The second question is, if instead of 92 days, if he stays or visits India for 120 days every year, so what will be residential status? The case 2, I expect you people to solve this, but still I will give you a hint. Okay, let us see the second case study now. If he visits India for 120 days every year. Again, we have to check basic conditions as well as additional conditions. So the first basic condition is he has been in India for 182 days or more in the previous year. How many days Mr. Chappell visits India every year? In the second case, it is only 120 days. But our first basic condition says he has been in India for 182 days. Therefore, he fails to fulfill the first basic condition. Therefore, we are writing no here. I expect you people to solve this sum in detail as we have solved in case of first case study. Solve the second one in the similar manner, but instead of 92 days, take 120 days every year. The second basic condition is he has been in India for 60 days in previous year. Yes, he has been in India for more than 60 days as he visits India for 120 days every year. Plus, he stays in India for 365 days in 4 preceding previous year. That condition also he fulfills as 120 into 4 is 480 days in 4 preceding previous years, which is more than 365 days in 4 preceding previous years. So second basic condition he fulfills. Coming to additional condition, resident for 2 previous years out of 10 preceding previous year. Whether he was resident for 2 years out of 10 preceding previous years, our answer is yes, because he was resident in India for all 10 preceding previous years. Second one, whether he has stayed in India for 730 days or more out of 7 preceding previous year. This also we say yes, because when you calculate 120 into 7, you get total number of days 840. Therefore, second additional condition is also fulfilled. Can you tell me what will be the residential status of individual? It is when any person fulfills one basic condition and both the additional conditions, he is known as ordinarily resident in India. So our answer is ordinarily resident in India, as he fulfills one basic condition and two additional conditions. So I hope you have understood the sum. We have solved a case study wherein you are given a basic information and you are given two different situations or questions, wherein in first question you were asked that if he stays in India for 92 days every year, and in the second case or situation you are given that if he stays in India for 120 days instead of 92 days every year. So we can find difference in the answer. If he stays only for 92 days every year, he is not ordinarily resident in India. But instead of 92, if he stays in India for 120 days every year, he is ordinarily resident in India. In next class, we are going to solve one last case study. After that, Neeral Kiri sir is going to start with third unit, that is income from salary. So we'll see next class with the last case study and last problem in the second unit, that is incidence of tax and residential status.